Hello everybody, this is Gareth Cahoon Speaks back here with another video. I'd like you to hit the subscribe bar, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my next post. Or else you can look me up at my ministry and the charities that I support and donate at garethcahoon3 at gmail.com on PayPal. This one here is a good news story, but it comes at the end of a really tragic story, and that is the October 7th massacre in Israel, where 1,200 men, women, and children were brutally maimed, killed, and tortured, raped, abused, and massacred. Um, an Israeli horse ranch near the biblical Good Samaritan road ministers healing through the horses. In the Judean hills of Israel, near the ancient road where locals say the Good Samaritan travelled, horses are helping heal the invisible wounds of the war. One Israeli rancher is restoring hope to trauma survivors with the help of Christian friends and American cowboys. Just east of Jerusalem, overlooking the road that has connected Jericho and Jerusalem for thousands of years, the site a place dedicated to healing. Many believe this is the area where Yeshua, Jesus, told the story of the Good Samaritan, a parable of compassion for the wounded. Today, those same themes come to life at Ruthie's ranch. Ruthie Mann greeted us upon our arrival and showed us her new horse. When we asked about him, she replied, "We brought a new horse, and actually he's a very young horse, and we don't bring a new horse every day." "Hi, new guy, haha," she said as he was led out of the trailer. She explained he's young and he's well trained for extreme cowboy competitions that we are starting to do now with the soldiers. For Man, horses have already been part of her story as a child. She dreamed of one day having a ranch of her own. She recalled, "I was like 5 years old and I asked my dad every ranch stop I want to do a ride since every year like this, and yeah, it was my dream." Ruthie's ranch serves more than 350 children facing trauma. After October 7, 2023, soldiers began arriving as well, including a former student who was severely wounded when his tank came under attack during the war with Hamas in Gaza and Hezbollah in the north. And one of the kids raised by me since he was 7 years old, he was wounded badly in the tank, she explained. The whole crew of the tank was killed and he was unconscious for a month. She continued, and the first thing he did after he came back home, he came here to the ranch and he's still getting treatment every week. It was nearly 2 years now. Soldiers can have unseen wounds, and for many the horses became central to their healing. Ruthie remembered, "I first got him to the arena with the horses. He was so aggressive, but the horse reacted. I'm not saying anything, but he sees the horse like running crazy, and he said, when he said, wow, wow, what's going on? Because this is the best mirror of him." The horses responded to the soldier's stress, and now we can take this scene and start working and say, "Okay, let's start to get ourselves calmed down." Ruthie said of the healing process, "For security reasons, we concealed another soldier's identity and will call him Sulet. After years of service in an elite intelligence unit, he began struggling with the trauma of war. When we spoke with him, we observed that he must have seen a lot. Yeah, he answered," he recounted. "I started having a panic attack and a nightmare. Like, it's very funny, but like when some children are riding on the skateboard, it reminds me of the sound of the missiles, like the whoosh." I asked him, So what would happen to you physically? He answered. I almost I lost almost 6 or 8 kilos, 18 pounds. You don't sleep much, you don't eat, you feel tired. Yeah, you don't want to get off the bed, but this is behind me, he said. We asked why was he able to put it behind him. He answered, I think the most of the credit needs to go to Ruthie. Working with horses at the ranch helped Soldier. I regained something he thought he had lost. So something about being here just calms you down, he reflected. Everything with horses is about feeling. After multiple deployments following October 7th, Lieutenant Commander Elia found refuge at the ranch. Elia told CBA News, without this place I don't know what I was going to do. Standing among the horses and overlooking the Judean wilderness, he believes the ranch offers something desperately needed by him and by other soldiers. This is this place is medicine for us, Elia insisted. Today, one cowgirl's dream is bringing volunteers from around the world to the Judean hills to serve as Israeli soldiers. As the need grew, help arrived from an unexpected place. Christian cowboys from America. The cowboys arrived at the ranch during our visit, exchanging hugs with the people. We asked the organizer for the cowboys, Joshua Waller, about what prompted him to act in the wake of October 7, 2023 massacre and the kidnappings by Hamas in Gaza. We didn't know what was going to happen next, but these guys, I know them from 20 years ago. And then I called Charlie and I had just met, and I said, guys, hey, because Charlie's hardcore, and I said, guys, hey, would you come? And they all dropped everything they were doing. When Cowboys Charlie was asked what makes him hardcore, he responded, that's a good question. Perhaps it was because the Cowboys made headlines when others were fleeing the war. They were headed to help. Charlie recalled we were the only non-Jewish people in the line waiting for security, and lo and behold, I guess she got the picture of us. Well, it goes out on social media, and by the time we landed in Tel Aviv, we had people walking up, shaking our hands. Cowboy Charlie, we were the only non-Jewish people in the line waiting for security. Ruthie got the picture of us. Well, goes our hands. After arriving at Ruthie's ranch, they found more than just a constructive project. Charlie observed, this is like probably the most special thing I'll do in my lifetime. We turned into a family, like instantly almost. Together they began building a resilience centre for the Israeli Defence Forces soldiers. They used stones gathered from the surrounding hills. An additional touch, they graced the building with the Star of David. Waller confirmed that all the stones were collected from the Judean land, all straight from here. Charlie added, you got a little John Deere Gator tractor. We asked Waller what makes the place so special. He replied, we've helped to build over 100 something farms, and I think this is probably one of the most spectacular pieces. This is really special in that it's help and heal. That's why we did this. Idea of Soldier Elia told, it's so good when someone from another country comes and says, I appreciate you. That's a hug thing. That's a huge thing. It just fills the heart. For Ruthie's husband, Cain, the ranch's connection to the famous biblical story isn't a coincidence but a sign. He explained, and actually the road that you see over here is route number 1 that connects Jericho to Jerusalem, and actually the story of the Good Samaritan happened just here. For Cain Man, it's about helping warriors move from survival mode back to life. When we told him we felt something special about the place, Man replied, I can tell you that it's not just us. This is the guy up there pointing skyward. God really did something special in this place.